Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Spilling Tea. I'm your host, Tiffany Daniels. We are going back, to that horrible world known as the JRC. But before we do, the usual disclaimers, and give me just a second, folks. Something in my teeth driving me sensory crazy. If you're unfamiliar with the Stop the Shocks campaign or the campaign against the troubled teen industry, you're going to find all the pertinent links right there in the description box. Please, in particular, take note of the article written by NeuroClastic, a small non for profit started by autistics for autistics. In it, they interviewed over 800 ABA professionals in regards to the JRC's so called behavior modification program. The Judge Rotenberg Educational Center doesn't want you to read that article so much. They threatened NeuroClastic with a defamation lawsuit if they did not remove it from the website. NeuroClastic refused, so you know the drill. Please read that article. Share on all your social media. Also included is NeuroClastic's public statement regards to the defamation lawsuit threat, as well as a link to their GoFundMe. We are crowdfunding just in case the JRC ever sees through with their threat. Trigger warning 1. When we discuss places like the Judge Rotenberg Educational Center or Agape Boarding School for Boys, you're going to hear vivid descriptions of and catch clips of surveillance footage of people with mental health issues and disabled people being tortured and abused. If you got young children present, please go ahead and utilize your headphones. Trigger warning 2. This channel is marked not for kids for a reason. We use profanity on occasion and speak on dark subjects. If your child is 16 and younger and they are watching this, very obviously, parental supervision is very much advised, all right? All right, so let's just cut into it, shall we? I need to get 6 vids done today. My hours have changed again, and thankfully I got night shift, but that also means doing the videos is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. So let's just shoot through it, shall we? Now prepare yourselves for the stupid we are about to endure. Comment 50. One comment asserts that there are no pharmacologic treatments specifically approved for the treatment of SIB and AB. Thus, no drug has been proven effective for such uses. Such uses are off label, and no drug should be considered a state of art treatment for SIB or AB. For Jesus Christ. Let me explain this to you. At no point in time has anybody said that there is a medication that stops all SIB or AB in its tracks. This is what the JRC does. They love wordplay. They love obscuring things, and they love insinuating things that literally nobody else insinuated. So for you 5-year-olds in the back here, in regards to medication in treating us neurodivergent folk, none of us who take medication for the not so fun side of our diagnoses have been told or have been led to believe by anyone at any time that it was going to erase all of our so called behaviors. Okay? Legitimately, no one said that. What you do have is a lot of us that usually have comorbid conditions along with autism. And the two diagnoses feed into one another in a very, very bad spirally circle. Such as if you have post-traumatic stress disorder like me, hi, how you doing? And you have a flashback. And that flashback is so horrific that it triggers you. What do autistic folks do when we are overwhelmed and triggered? If it is powerful enough, it will override our default setting of being logical, analytical creatures, and more than likely there's going to be a meltdown of some kind. Never fails. So, kids, when we are in a situation like that, and we can prove for a fact, the data, statistics, and research back me up here, that when you are in therapy and you have some antidepressant drugs that are doled out responsibly, it is acts as a supplement to the overall treatment program. That is what medication is, particularly when you're dealing with neurodivergent folk. No one on planet Earth has claimed that any medicine is going to deter all SIB and AB behaviors. You want to know why, JRC? Because the rest of us live in reality, and we understand the fact that you cannot curb all the things that make us neurodivergent 100% of the time. That is not reality. There is no treatment program, no pill, no aversive therapy, or whatever stupidity you want to come up with this week that is suddenly going to make me behave exactly like all the other neurotypicals out there. And again, I'll state it for the billionth time. Can we stop using neurotypicals as the pedestal of sanity that we should aspire to? Have you seen the world lately? Does that look sane to you? Logical? Reasonable? No. We have polar opposites that cannot be reasoned with. No compromise, no nothing. Just two sides frothing at the mouth at each other. Okay? Just saying. Quit using neurotypicals as the pedestal I should aspire to. Because I don't know if y'all have noticed, but you've all lost your damn minds. Sorry, I know I say this a lot, but my God, watch the news. Take a look outside. All right? Number two, no one at any point in time has said that medication will completely eradicate all SIB and AB behavior, because it can't. It's not there to do that. It acts as a supplement. Do you know what supplement means? It assists us along with a proper treatment program informed by a proper full functional behavioral assessment to make us a little bit easier to obtain some of the goals that we need to reach to be our most interdependent selves. That's what the medication is for. Okay? Again, I want you to look at reality here. We are never, believe me, I know. I turned 40 in November. I've been here nearly 40 years on this planet. Please allow me to tell you, there is no way, shape, or form that you are going to utterly annihilate all neurodivergent behavior. Not through torture, not through punishment, not through ABA psychological mindfuckery. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But it shouldn't be considered state-of-the-art treatment for SIB or AB. Nobody said it was, Karen. Nobody said it was. They said that part of the medical standard of care is that for in situations and with consumers for whom they need a little bit of extra help, the medicine is added as a supplement to help make it just a little bit easier to work on the things that we need to work on. A lot of us are dual, triple threats of our diagnoses. That's one. Number two, for situations like mine, in particular, when a clinical depression can lead to full-on autistic burnout, having a medication there to help assist with the fallout from that, a medication that will assist us in maintaining or retrieving some form of calm so that we can then, with a clear head, implement in our lives the parts in our treatment program to help with the not so fun behaviors. That's the gold standard of medical care. Standard of medical care means that in the situations where a treatment program through behavioral means does not and cannot address everything by itself, medication is often introduced as a means and a way to help calm us down enough to even be able to have the clarity of thought to be able to start our own coping mechanisms that we've built in, okay? It cannot treat it by itself. It is part of an overall treatment program, okay? The entirety of the treatment program, even when supplemented with medication, is what is to address the behaviors. The medicine is not meant to directly stop the behaviors. There's no magic pill. What those pills can do is provide for us a way to get clarity of mind and thought. So instead of being anxiety-ridden train wrecks, hi, how you doing? I'm starting to get new meds. I started yesterday. In which case, we are so anxiety-ridden that we can't even barely function. That medicine will help in nerve calming so we can implement what we need to implement when we need to do it. Okay? My God. The drug is part of an overall treatment program. It is not the treatment program in and of itself. This is a profound lack of understanding or knowledge on how not only treatment regards to neurodivergence are, but treatment in regards to those who have comorbid. You know what I'm saying? When you are putting together a treatment program, each little thing is meant to address something specific. You cannot just treat one area and expect it to be a magical cure. It is an attack on all fronts on the not so fun parts of our diagnoses. Sometimes that needs to be supplemented with medication to help us be, you know, able to calm ourselves enough to be able to implement the treatment program in our lives instead of being anxiety ridden train wrecks, completely incapacitated by it, with wonderful circular thinking, the exhaustion that comes from masking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The comment further asserts that pharmacotherapy is ineffective for some patients and has severe risks. Waking up and sitting up in the morning has risks, but I'm still do it every day, Karen. Standing up and walking into my kitchen has risks. I could slip and slam my head into the sink and knock myself out cold and give myself a concussion. I could step somewhere on a broken sidewalk wrong and break my ankle. I can, by breathing in, being in the wrong place at the wrong time, breathe toxins in my lungs that are going to fuck up my life. Okay? Technically, pretty much everything you can do in life is potentially dangerous. This isn't an argument. Okay? Mother of God. But it's ineffective. They tried the pills again. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. We know for a fact, JRC, that the first thing that you do after that first week is work to pull the kids off of all the pills that they are on. And you're like, but they've been on it a week and it doesn't work. This is not a realistic expectation, Karen. Not even antidepressants are going to essentially remove all of my problems within a week period. This is not logical. It's unscientific. I don't know what it is, but it sure as hell is not a well informed, educated critique. Okay? At all. At all. Okay? The reason why medication can be ineffective, but it doesn't work for everyone, is because in this society, we treat doctors like they have the omnipotence of God. We don't question them when they propose a medication. We don't ask questions. We don't ask about side effects. We take them without question. And then, guess what? The medication may be wrong. The dose may be too high or too low. You may, like me on Wellbutrin when I tried that for a nice solid month, just think about nothing but sleep all the time. This is why you've got to communicate with your doctor, and it's got to be a give and take. And we can't continue to stare at doctors like they have the omnipotence of God. Doctors get things wrong all the damn time. Okay? If you want to make sure that a medication is helping you to its best capacity, it is on us, or in this case, our parents, to have good give and take with the doctor instead of just blindly accepting whatever they throw at you and then throwing a hissy fit like a toddler when it doesn't work in a single week. It's not how medications work. All right? They supplement treatment programs. They are not the treatment programs themselves. They are added to address a particular area that the regular treatment program cannot help on its own. That's what it's there for. Okay? There is no strict pill protocol to deal with SIB and AB because there shouldn't be. It acts as a supplement to an overall treatment plan and program. Okay? It is there to aid the very specific things that are making it extremely difficult for us to be able to utilize that program to the best of our ability. All right? But Tiffany, they have severe risks. When I was in second grade, I was misdiagnosed with ADD. I've told you all this. And they put me on Ritalin extremely young, right? And every year they kept just upping the dosage, right? Eventually they moved me on to Adderall. During that time, although it doesn't help all of us, in my particular situation, the medication did help for a time. But like all medication, there was side effects, especially since instead of switching medicines, they continue to up and up and up the methamphetamine that is in those types of drugs. Of course, that's going to have repercussions. Okay? Potentially anything you do in life is going to have a side effect. The whole point of this argument is benefits versus risks. And if we want to compare pharmacotherapy with the JRC's insanity, I could say with my full chest, even in the not best situations in the world, that those pills work 1,000 times better than trying to shock me into compliance. Okay? Does pharma have a hell of a lot to answer for? You bet they do. They are greedy sons of bitches and they don't give a shit about any of us, but they're also not the damn boogeyman. There are individuals that need their medication in order to be able to function. Now, that medication does not treat whatever issue it may be by itself. It's part of an overall larger plan that has been initiated. Okay? That's how medicine works. If you are so much of an anxious, anxiety ridden train wreck that you are incapacitated and have no will or way to be able to fight a particular behavior, the medicine is there to calm your happy ass down enough to at least be able to utilize healthy coping mechanisms. Okay? It's not going to do anything just by itself. Oh, for God's sake. Number two, since when on planet Earth did we get this bizarre idea that, well, if pills don't work, obviously the answer is torture? Could somebody walk me down that rabbit hole, please? Because that does not make any coherent sense. When we tried medication, it didn't work. Did you have give and take with the doctor? I don't mean what JRC pumped in your ears. I mean when you were saying the medicine affected your child in a way that you did not approve of, were you communicating in a healthy way back and forth with your doctor? Yes or no? Yes or no? Number two, do you have expectations in regards to medication as that are completely unrealistic? I'm going to say majority of the times, yes, we do. All right. Number three, but severe risks. On my worst day on Wellbutrin, when I was in high school, when all I could do is sleep, I can say with my full chest, while on that medicine, I was never at any point in time at the risk of being starved, sleep deprived, end up with bruised skin, or the risk of second to third degree burns. Medication has caused, for me, legitimately, stomach issues. If I had to choose between second and third degree burns and stomach issues that I have to, get antacids for, I'm going to take the other road, wouldn't you? Even the worst risks that we're talking about here. I'm sorry, but medication wins out. Your treatment program, JRC, has killed 6 kids. This is not hyperbole. This is not you just hate the JRC. This is a fact. A legitimate, court proven, multiple times fact. Your device, which you say doesn't really harm them in any real way long term at all, has ER documents caused second and third degree burns. ER documents that we can prove. Kids going into hospitals where the doctors will force you to take them off the machine for months at a time because that kid has no unbruised piece of skin. This is a fact. This is not hyperbole. This is not you're just an advocate that only believes in positive behavioral reinforcement. You don't understand. I don't understand that what? I shouldn't be tortured as a means for you to try to force me to meet a fan fiction ideal of what neurotypicals are as opposed to what they actually are in reality. You can't just sit there and beat on pharma all the time. We parents have a responsibility to have a decent give and take with their doctors, their support teams, and the circle of support. Medication is never meant to treat SIB or AB by itself. It's meant to supplement and assist in the treatment program that has been decided on to tackle those issues. It's not that hard to figure out. We're going to close on that. We don't get very many views on this channel. The few we do get do tend to get removed from time to time. You know the drill, folks. Please don't forget to hit the like button, hit subscribe. Please don't forget to utilize those comments. I appreciate your time this afternoon. As always, folks, we here at Spilling Tea do hope you have a good one. I'll see you in all in a minute. Bye bye, everyone.